You have to invite me because um, it's your replay. There we go. Your other two games look good, or even that one Zerg game that you lost. It was much better. Do you ever use the all army hotkey? Yep, yep. You're gonna probably need to use that a little bit until you get a little bit more used to hotkeying all your eggs and keeping all your army together. So every once in a while, you want to take that tilde key and bring it all either back to your bases or all before you attack.
Stack apply, okay. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, I think it's okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw in the beginning you were a little bit late on your hatchery and your pool, but it was no big deal.
Yeah, but it messes
Did you get
everything.
worried about that probe? Is that what happened?
Yeah, a little bit. I
Yeah.
move my worker to see around stuff,
Right.
and then everything goes down.
Okay.
Also, I make a second overworld at the beginning and cancel it.
Right.
That sneaky Protoss. I love to play with Protoss and do shit like that, but against that I'm so
If
angry.
you get into a situation like this where you haven't gotten to 17 yet, but you're floating all of those minerals,
Mm.
just just go ahead and make the hatchery. Then catch up on your drones. Because the later you are making that hatchery, the later you're going to have the larva at that base to make more drones and units. So even if you're only at 15 drones, but you've got 440 minerals, just go ahead and make the hatchery.
Okay.
Yeah. Because by canceling that overlord, you didn't have enough larvae to get to 17. Now you're at 540 minerals.
Hmm.
And then your spawning pools.
Yeah, it's
That's all right though. While you're walking around and doing that stuff, keep making drones and stuff like that. You can make a couple of drones while you're walking around looking around with your drone.
I think I didn't have a larva to do that.
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it.
Okay, at this point he has the stalkers.
Okay, no, you're good there. Okay, so what happened here? You see your two drones that are going to your natural?
Yeah.
When you made those drones, you clicked everything to go to your natural, but if you look at your main, you only have 11 workers on minerals.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to keep that rally to there and not send those two down until that gets back to 16. Once it gets to 16, then send everything to your natural base.
Okay.
So right here, this is where you want to start making units. Okay, because you know he doesn't have a second base. You've got an upgrade started. So you're up on workers, or you're not up on workers, but he's got way too many in his base. But you know he doesn't have a second base. So you've got to start making army right here at 415. And you make nothing but overlords, roaches. And if you don't have the money, then you make more lings. Because if you had made that right here, you would have beat him. And the way that you know that, he actually moved out and went right underneath your overlord there with his stalkers and his zealot. That pylon really didn't make any difference, because if you had made units, you would have just killed him, and then you could have gone over and killed that pylon. But this is a point right here that you've got to be prepared with an army at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you've got enough drones that you can do that. Plus, you're getting upgrades. So as long as because you've already missed 2 injects at your natural and you missed 2 injects at your main. So if you're low on larva, see right now you have no larva, and that's because you've missed your injects. Every time you got energy on those queens, you need to try and hit your injects. So that would have also made it difficult to yeah, so you're making units now, but you just don't have the larva because now do you know that you can, if you've missed injects, you can do an inject and hold shift key down and do more injects on top of those?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to try and use up all that energy when you realize that you've missed some injects.
Okay.
Try and keep that right down to, yeah. With him only being on one base, this is when you really need to be making units and hitting those injects and making sure you don't get supply blocked. Yeah, so you're still making drones. Yep. And that's the thing, is when you know he's on one base and you're on 1.5, that's when you can stop making drones and just make your army, because either he's going to attack or you can just go ahead and attack. You know, when you get, like, when your +1 is done, you can attack because you know your economy is better than his.
Okay, around 4th minute I start do roaches and stuff.
As long as he's on one base, yes.
Yeah.
If you know he's only on one base, then, but you've got to make sure you hit those injects, or you're not going to have the larva to make the roaches. And see, now you're putting down a whole bunch of spore crawlers, which is taking all your drones away.
Yeah,
You
because I think that he is making air units and
okay, but you only need one. Just put one at each base because
yeah, but
but no, but that early. Okay,
okay, okay,
if it's only 4.5 minutes, he can't have a sky toss army in 4.5 minutes.
yeah, yeah.
12 minutes, yeah, but 1.5 minutes, just put one like where your queen is in your natural,
Mm,
and then right in the middle of your mineral line in your main,
okay,
and then just keep making roaches.
okay.
And I think you made 3 spores at your natural, which is taking 3
Yeah.
drones. Yeah.
Uh, that shoots what they're doing because I currently don't know.
What?
Center shoots.
Yeah, the sentries they're making guardian shields,
Yeah.
which cuts the damage that you hit them with like in half.
Okay, but that's only units that outside the field or also units that are inside.
Yeah, just the units that are inside those bubbles. They take like half the damage.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, but that's the other thing you can do just to be sure at about the 3 or 3.5 minute mark, send an overlord right to his main mineral line and
Okay.
suicide it. Let it
Mm,
die. That
okay.
way so I see he's got 3 gateways and he's got a robo. There's no Stargate and there's no second base. So all I have to do is make roaches. Then that saves all 3 of those drones from spores, and you just continue to make roaches.
Hmm.
Okay.
Also, for the second time, I didn't notice minimap. I'm not looking that. God damn it, Tim.
Right. It's hard. It's hard, and it's just something that's going to take a little bit of time. And I think once we get to the point where you can look at the mini map or watch your overlord go into his main base and still make units while you're watching that,
Mm,
still make your drones, hit F1, upgrade, go back to your overlord. Hit F1, inject, go back to your overlord. Once you can get where you're able to do some of your macro stuff at the same time while you're watching the mini map or you're watching an overlord, it's going to become a lot easier. It's
mhm.
just going to take a little bit of practice. That's all.
Okay.
But I would say that the main 2 things, especially in this one, is your inject. Because you've got 3 on your main queen and I can't see it very well, but at least 2 or 3 on your natural. So that is, if you have 5, that's 15 larvae that you don't have.
Yeah.
So that's 15 roaches you couldn't make. But that's just gonna, it's just gonna come with time, and that's, um, if we can walk through, at some point we can walk through a custom game. The way that I do it is like, okay, now make an overlord, and if I notice that there is energy on a queen, I'll say, okay, inject, inject.
Mm.
That means F1 inject, F2 inject, and then I'll say, okay, drones, um, put down your evo chamber,
O-
inject, inject.
Okay.
You know,
My F1 is only to move my camera to the
right,
certain
right.
point.
So your F1 is your main base, correct?
F1, yeah, man.
F2 is the natural.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. F1 inject, F2 inject.
But I need to select my queen with mouse
Yep.
and
Yep. All you
then.
do is you just hit F1 and you can grab your mouse and all your drones. It's not like you got to you just box the whole thing.
Okay.
So you don't need to select just the queen. You just box everything. What key do you use to inject?
X.
Right. So if you hit F1, box X, F2, box X.
Uh huh. Okay.
And then we'll be doing other stuff. And I'll say, okay, F1 inject, F2, inject. And all you do is F1 box inject, F2 box inject.
Okay, okay. Let's do some custom games.
Okay.
I give you leadership.
Let's. I want to. Can we watch the ZBZ game that you lost real quick?
Okay.
Because I should show you just a couple of things there, because I'm going to tell you a couple of things and I'll be able to show you during that replay, and then you'll know ahead of time what I'm going to tell you.
I think it was this game. Can you give me leadership, because I give it to you?
Oh, you give it to me. Okay. There you go. Because this was a really good game that you played here. And then I looked at the other two that you won. You made a lot of drones and a lot of upgrades and a lot of army. Just a huge difference from the other two replays that you showed me. It was just much better.
Yeah, first game when you go to it, and I was, wow, so many units, so fast, and
Yeah.
damn. And I destroyed them by sheer amount of numbers, not by
That's right.
anything else.
That's right. And that's the main thing with Zerg is you got to hit your injection. You got to make your drones.
And I also had 200 minerals in the bank, so if my army was taken down, like I think was versus Zerg again, and he destroyed my bases and stuff, but I had 175 army, and he has only that 75 with roaches.
Right. And that's the other real key to hitting your injects is if you hit your injects and you've got that larva, then you can remake your army a lot faster. Okay, that's one real key as to why you want to make sure that you keep hitting those injects. And if you find you've missed some, just hit the Shift X, click X, click X, click. If you hold the Shift key down. Okay, so you saw the creep there. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here, okay, you see how you have 17 drones and you have 3 in gas in the main.
1 moment. 17 drones and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is where you take your hatchery and you rally it to your natural. So both bases, and you may do that already.
Okay.
That way you don't get 19 or 20 at your main base. See, you see how you're getting, see how it's in the red? All your drones should be going to your natural right now.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I wanted to tell you, when we're going through the custom game and I see that you're getting saturated on your main, I'm going to tell you, rally your main to your natural. So both bases, all your drones will go to your natural. Okay? And then there's going to be a certain point when we start making another gas in our Evo chambers and stuff like in our main, I'll tell you, re-rally your main back to your main.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to saturate that second base. Then when that's almost saturated, we're going to re-rally back to the main, because any buildings we make, when we make our drones, we want them to stay at our main to replace those drones that we're using for our buildings, like spore crawlers and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's why you've got to watch your bases and make sure we stay completely saturated at all times. If you make a building, you need to replace it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So here, I believe you're going to put down a couple of Evo chambers. I believe here shortly. One of the things that I mentioned
that's 4 minutes.
Against Zerg, what I'd like you to do you have it on everybody's view?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to put those 2 Evo chambers there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And make a little wall with 2 Evo chambers.
Yeah.
Okay. Your Roach Warren will go into the main base,
Mm-hmm.
but your 2 Evo chambers for your upgrade, you're going to create a little wall there.
Okay.
That way, if he tries to run by with some Zerglings and so on, you're going to be able to block that off with roaches.
Mm-hmm. By the way, huh, that overworld over there, uh, yeah, I didn't see it. It may cause some problems,
What's
or
that?
overworlds over here.
You didn't see what?
Uh, this overworld at the bottom at my main base. He,
Oh,
he has the overworld, yeah.
yeah, that's all right. That's not a big deal. I mean, if you'd done a Nidus or something, it would
Yeah,
have. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can always spread some out around there, but I wouldn't necessarily worry about that.
Hmm.
I mean, you, if you look at your drone count compared to his.
Yeah, about
Okay.
five
Well,
more.
you're up by 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you do now is you would rally your main to your natural, and you would put down your 2 Evo chambers,
Hmm.
and you would start a layer. And I'll walk you through that. This is the point where we're going to start doing the build that I'm going to walk you through. So at this point, what I'll tell you to do is rally everything to your natural, 2 Evo chambers, start your layer, make drones, and you're going to fill both gases at your natural. Once you have 16 at your main, 16 at your natural, and all 4 gases saturated, and you've started 1-1, you're going to make nothing but overlords and roaches.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay.
And as soon as 1-1 is like 10 or 15 seconds from being done, you're going to grab your whole army and you're going to move out.
Okay.
And the other thing you'll be getting is when as soon as your layer's done, you're going to start roach speed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to hit a 1-1 timing with roach speed.
Okay.
You can see right there when you just did that inject. If you had held the shift key down, you could have done 2 more.
Mm-hmm. But
In the same,
I
your
think
natural's good though.
uh,
Your natural.
I think you can only use it with one more inject. So if you put a third one, it will not count. You will
No, it
only
does.
spend
You can hit 5. You can hit 5.
up to 5.
If you have, well, what is it? There's 7 bars there, 7 squares. If those are all completely purple, each one of those purple squares, you have energy for another inject.
Yeah, but if you inject
You
many
you can hit
times,
if you hit 7 of them. Every time 3 larvae pop, 3 more will pop, and it'll do that 7 times because you caught up on all those injects.
hmm,
Yeah, you can hit as like if you have 2 queens and you box both of those, you can inject with both of them in the same base.
okay, and you'll get twice this amount of.
Right, double double the larva. Now it's
What?
still only going to come out 3 at a time. It's not like if you do 3 queens, you're going to get 9 larvae every time. It's still only going to come out 3 at a time. But that way, if in another 20 seconds you miss the next inject, because you queued extra ones up, it will automatically produce larvae until those queued up injects.
Mm-hmm.
You can inject all 3 of them. And
Yeah.
every 20 seconds, it'll produce 3 larvae for those 3 injects.
Hmm. Okay. I didn't
Right.
know that
Yep.
you can
Yeah.
inject so many times.
Yeah. And that's why I say if you've got two of those and you're doing F1 and you box, as long as you box all your drones and both queens and you hit Shift X, both of those will inject for you
Mm-hmm.
into the same hatchery. So let's see. So this is where instead of the roach warren, you're going to put down the two Evo chambers. So you wouldn't put a roach warren down yet. You would put the Evo chambers in front of your creep tumor there and your natural. And when you as soon as your Evo chambers are down, you would start a lair.
Mm-hmm.
Then once your lair is started, then you put your roach warren down. And what happens is the upgrades take longer than the roach speed. So as soon as your Evo chambers are done, you start your +1, and then when your lair is done, you can start roach speed, and all three of those will be done at the same time.
So, first evolution chambers.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it. It'll be
Okay.
a lot easier
Okay.
that way. But okay, so that's just about what you want to do. Other than your Evo chambers will be at your natural base,
Mm-hmm.
and then as soon as your lair is done, you would start your roach speed. And then right now you only need 6 more drones at your natural for your gases, and then all you do is make roaches and overlords from
Mm-hmm.
then on. And once that +1 is done, or just about done, you grab your whole army and you go over to their base, and then everything after that you rally over to your army.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is good though. So right here is where you would start roach speed. You see how your Evo chambers, your upgrades are halfway done?
Mm-hmm.
When you start roach speed, as soon as your lair is done, all three of those will be done at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
This is good though.
I always forgot which is the K for transfuse, and yeah, I lost the queen because of that.
Mm-hmm. Supply blocks got you a little bit.
Yeah.
See, this is where if you were to take a little bit of your army and put them where your spine crawlers were, those drones you could use those to keep getting minerals. So you have most of your army where it is right now, but you just have a few roaches over where you're putting those spines down, and that way you don't
Mm.
have to use those. You don't have to use those drones that are gathering minerals for you.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see right now, I mean, you've got 15 larvae, and you've got the same army supply. So the 15 larvae, if you make that all into roaches, and then in this particular build, you see how you've got extra minerals? So you make like 10 roaches and then 3 overlords. Inject, 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 10 roaches, 3 overlords. Inject, inject, inject. Because the way this build works is you're always going to have the extra minerals to get your overlords. But by using those spine crawlers, you're going to not get the minerals that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now you really just... Okay. So look at the army supply. Look at the worker supply. You're dead even, right?
Yeah.
He is on +1 missile, and you have +1 missile and +1 carapace, and you're getting 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
So you are way ahead of him. Okay? But
Yeah.
I'll show you exactly when it goes wrong. Okay, that you don't want to do. You don't want to make your ravagers or your roaches into ravagers while he still has units by yours, because that gives him more army supply, because you can't use those 5 roaches that are morphing into ravagers. If you want to make ravagers, you need to back everything up, make your ravagers, then go back and engage again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just making less army to attack his bigger army until your ravagers are done. Making the ravagers was a good idea. It was just you didn't want to do it right there.
Yeah, and bunch of my
Here's the
roaches
reason.
are there
There's the
too.
reason why right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why. Because now you've got just your little army, and the rest of your army. If you had pulled your whole army back until your ravagers were done, and the rest of your army that you had just made came together, and then attacked them with the big ball, the best thing would have been to do is to just hold off for a few minutes, because your +2/+2 is just about done.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where you lost the game right there, was when you split up your army. So if you need to make ravagers, or you want to, which is a good idea, pull your ravagers, your whole army back, let him run away, make some more army, get it all together, make your ravagers, and then reattack. But this is where you lost the game, was right here.
Yeah, and also I have a little bit of roaches at my base that doing nothing and sitting and chilling and stuff.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I saw that while you were streaming, I'm like, oh no, he's got half his army behind him. He's got some in his natural base.
By the way, I didn't notice that half of my roaches are there. I think that only my ravagers are transforming, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And see, the only thing that you have right now in your #1 control group is 25 roaches. You've got 26 or 20. No, you've got 28, but only 25 are in your control group, and none of your ravagers are in it.
I'm currently cannot see that because I'm using overlay.
Right, but I can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you morph those roaches into ravagers and you make more, you're gonna have to either hit your all. You can hit your all army hotkey
Mm-hmm.
and then do a shift 1.
Yeah.
That'll put everything in there. But right now you don't even have all your roaches in there, and that's why some of your roaches are sitting at home.
Mm.
So you're probably just missing some of those.
Yeah, collecting stuff.
Those larvae, yeah, some of those larvae you're missing putting into your control group. And I know it's not the best thing to do to use the all army hotkey,
Mm-hmm.
but even Snoot uses the all army hotkey. He does. I mean, he will, like when you using Zergling Banelings, he'll have his army on his all army hotkey, but then he will take maybe like his Banelings and put them into a separate control group, so he can control them separately. But he still uses the all army hotkey.
Mm.
And I've always used it, and I use control group for different units, but I still have the ability on my tilde key to grab all of my army.
Nice.
Okay, just some tips.
Okay.
Okay, so in that game, I saw you did make some extra queens.
Yeah, I always do number of my hatcheries plus 2 more.
Okay, so what we want to do in a ZVZ is we want to take those two extra queens, and when we make those two Evo chambers, we want to put them right there by those two Evo chambers to make a little wall. Your two extra ones.
Oops. Okay.
That's fine. I can invite you because I'll start um, the game anyway. So what we're gonna do is when you practice against the AI, one of my recommendations is to try and practice on the same map every time.
Hmm.
Whenever you're trying new builds or just trying to make sure you hit your injects or whatever, try using the exact same map every time. That way you don't ever have to worry about, okay, where do I send my overlord? Where's my natural base? It's just all of that you don't have to even think about.
Mm-hmm.
You can concentrate on whatever part of the game that you're trying to work on.
Yeah. I'll go to drink some water and come back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go.
So, did anyone else watch my stream? Wow. Hey, do you know? Wow, GG, that was close. Wanna play 1v1? Are you AU or any? What?
EU. We're on
Uh,
EU.
I'm at AU server, and I'm sorry that I'm not looking at the chat, but yeah. Canning Hype, thank you for asking, and yeah.
Okay. So let's create a lobby here. Go back on Catalyst.
Entering lobby. Ooh.
Very easy. Okay, so you're just gonna go 13 Overlord, 17 Hatch, 17 Gas, 17 Pool, right?
13 Overworld?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then 17 Hatch, 17 Gas, 17.
Okay.
Did you make 12 Overlord? Or?
Yeah.
That's alright. Did I just make another 12? As soon as you get to, okay, grab an Overlord, go to your natural right now. There you go. As soon as you get 200 minerals, you can go down, and when you get there, you'll have 300.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. drone. Another drone. There you go. But that was on 16. You want to do it on 17? That's all right.
We require more minerals.
Not a problem.
We require more minerals.
One more drone.
We
Okay.
require more minerals.
So when you get to 19 supply, you're going to make an overlord. Fill your gases. One more drone and then an overlord. Now rally your main to your natural. There you go. See how you got 16 in your main?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to make 4 zerglings and 2 queens.
Okay.
And a queen at your natural. And then just make some drones. When you get to 31 supply, you're going to make another overlord. So one more drone and then an overlord.
Oops. Okay.
Alright. So inject. Inject. Okay, and make an overlord or another queen at your natural.
And,
then make some
drones.
Yep.
Okay.
You go. You can take a third base. And make an overlord. Inject. Inject. Inject your natural. There you go. Got your third base.
What?
Inject.
Not enough energy.
Inject your natural. With the both queens. There you go.
Okay.
Now make two Evo chambers in front of your lings. That's your natural. Okay, rally your main back to your main and take your other gas. And then make about 6 or 8 lings. Inject your main. And inject your natural. Okay, start +1/+1 layer. Make your roach warren in your main. And rally your main to your natural. And make a bunch of drones. And then take your 2 gases at your natural. There you go. Perfect. I'm going to make about 3 overlords. Get your injects. Okay, you need 6 more drones at your natural. Fill your 2 gases. There you go. And start roach speed. Oh, that's not. I'm sorry, your layer's not done yet. Now you can start roach speed. There you go. And you need 3 more drones at your natural. And then make 4 overlords. Then your injects. Get all your injects and start making roaches. Nothing but overlords and roaches now. Get your injects. Make roaches.
We require more minerals.
Hit your index.
Mutation complete.
Okay. Now you can move out. Take your whole army across, and then rally all your army, all three hatcheries, right to your overlord by the rocks there in front of his natural. And just keep making, make a bunch of roaches and send them over there.
Metamorphosis complete.
Well, you gotta send all your army over. You got some in front of your natural. Keep hitting your inject. So you got your queens that are moving around. This is where that queen thing that you're doing messes you up. Yeah. Make a whole bunch of roaches and start +2s, +2. Take all your army over there. You can morph some Ravengers. You make 3 or 4 Overlords.
We require more Vespine gas.
There you go. Hit your injects.
Depleted.
Yeah, see, now your queens are going back and forth.
Yeah.
That's where we gotta get used to the camera hotkeys. But you can go ahead and attack here. While you're attacking, do your injects and make roaches. And send them over there. Right click to where your other ones are.
Require more minerals.
Now make more roaches. More roaches and right click to his main base. And yes, yeah, so you got to get them all in that control group, or you got a bunch of them sitting there in front of where his natural would have been.
Nice. Okay, so hard moments.
So that was really good.
Okay.
That was really good. The only thing, there's 2 things that we got to figure out. One is how to keep the queens at the bases where they belong, because they're all going, like, you go to inject your 3rd, and the queen from the natural will go to the 3rd, and then you go to inject your natural, and the one at the 3rd goes back to you. They're crisscrossing. They're not staying at the proper bases. Yeah. But also, if you look at your performance, you were supply blocked for 7 seconds. Your unspent minerals and gas was only 700. That's the importance of hitting your injects, and the build itself allows you to have the extra minerals to make those 2 or 3 overlords as you're making roaches. 2 or 3 overlords, 6 roaches. 2 or 3 overlords, 10 roaches.
Okay.
Because if you were to watch that game versus the game that you lost, you would see that the amount of roaches that you had with +1/+1 was a lot more at the 7 or 7:15 mark than the game that you played. Just in how we timed out the Evo chambers and the drones, and when we started making roaches. So you can go back and you can watch this game and kind of review it a couple of times and see what supply we wanted to put the Evo chambers down on, how you did your overlords. You'll see your queens going back and forth. But the other thing that we're going to really need to work on is how to get your army to go to the proper location.
Yeah.
Because when you had all of your army in your main base, you had rallied some of it to that spot in front of the natural, but it wasn't in your control group.
Yeah.
So then when it's not in your control group, you're going to end up fighting his army with only 2/3 of yours. So I don't know, when you go to fight, are you taking and selecting one attack? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we miss some of those in the larva, those units that are at your bases or halfway across the map and just sitting there are not going to go with the rest of your army. So you're going to either have to use the select all army key, or occasionally you're going to need to go to hit the select all army key and then hit shift 1. So it will take everything in the all army and put it on that control group 1.
Yeah.
One of the two. Because that's probably going to cost you more games than anything, is if you don't have your whole army together.
Yeah, I already feel that and saw
Yeah.
that.
So how was this? How did you feel about that? Did that seem pretty comfortable?
Yeah, it was easy, but the key moments I forgot. So uh, the key moment with the transitioning between nature and main base, and
Right.
also the number of overlords and timing
Hmm.
of that. That's
Right. And the way that you look at that, like if you see you've got 1,000 minerals and
uh-huh.
you've been hitting your injects, you can make 3 overlords.
Yeah.
Spend it. Just spend it. You could make units, but if you're not ready to make units, make like 3 overlords while your roach warren is building, or while your upgrades are going,
Mm-hmm.
or while your lair is morphing. Go ahead and make 2 or 3 or 4 overlords. I mean, don't make 10, but
Yeah.
spend that money, use that larva, and then inject. So by the time your roach warren is done, you've got the larva, you made the overlords. Now we can make nothing but roaches.
Okay.
Because you can see in this game, by doing that, you're only supply block for 7 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't get much better than that.
Nice.
I mean, 7 seconds is pretty darn good.
Okay, let's do one
You want
more
to try another
game.
one? Okay.
Yeah, I want many
Okay.
more.
Okay. I don't want to. I don't want to push you into doing. If it was up to me, we'd do 20. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me.
No,
So
no.
you got to tell me. You got to tell me what you want to do, because.
Yeah,
Okay. So.
I want to do more of this because uh, I used to, as I told you, at that Hydra Roach build,
Mhm.
there is a website that I found that, and they have two, maybe, is it StarCraft mode that you can paste your code, and at the top left side it show you what you need to do, and at the which time you need to do it,
Mhm.
uh, and
What's the site?
uh,
What site is this? It's not spawning tool, is it?
yeah, spamming too,
Yeah.
and
I can. Yeah.
and
Now you can do this build that we just did, and then when we start making roaches, and you start your 1-1, we can add a few drones to your third base and put down a hydra den.
mhm,
So then you have roach hydra
yeah.
on like 2.5 bases.
Let's do roaches first,
Okay,
so
that's fine.
I
The
can.
only the only thing that the only reason that you eventually you're going to want to do that is in case they do a muta switch. Then you've already
Mhm.
got the hydras done. You don't have to put spores down or anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're basically, all you're doing is adding a new building. But we'll do the roach build again.
Yeah.
And let's see. Select that again. You want to try using the F1 keys?
Yeah, I'll try it. I
Okay.
think about that, and if I start to do that much earlier, and it will be nice because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and it'll only take a little while to get used to. You'll really like it. You will. It'll just take you a little while. If you want, I'll say F1 inject, F2 inject, if that'll help you a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm. To me, it's easy to repeat stuff, and
Mhm.
when someone tell me what to do, I'm doing it, and I'm doing
Right.
it fast, reacting to that. But
Yep. Yep. Okay.
and in my mind, uh, before I do something, I'm telling in my mind, okay, I need to do that, and I'm doing it. So my brain processes what I need to do before I do it.
Right. Right. But you're also going by your habits, and it's just going to take you a little while to get into the
Yeah,
habit of doing
yeah,
F1,
like
F2.
that 20 overword thing. That.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
This time we're going to do a 13 overlord.
13 overword. Okay.
So one drone and then an overlord.
Yeah.
And then your first overlord you're going to send toward that natural ramp, remember?
Natural ramp.
Right
Yeah,
right
yeah,
between the
yeah,
two
yeah,
bases. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Right here. Drone.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Okay, shift 1. Okay,
Spawn more overlords.
droning.
Spawn more overlords.
Okay. One more drone. Okay. When you get 200, grab your drone. So go to your natural. Yep.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
And bang. One more drone.
Shift.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Go take your gas.
Okay.
Another drone.
Drone. And
We require more minerals.
You can make another drone.
We require more minerals.
Make one more drone. There you go.
We require more minerals.
And when you get 200, now you take your. There you go.
18 full. Okay.
Yep. And then just drone until you put 3 in your gases. Make an overlord.
Come on.
Okay. Now rally your main to your natural. The overlord that you just made, if you want to, you can send it behind his third base. If you want to.
Behind his third base, which
Yeah,
is
the one
third
way
base.
to the left. Way to the left. The other one. There
Ah,
you go, right
okay.
behind there. Okay.
Behind. Okay.
Okay. Now make 4 lings and 2 queens. Okay. And then drones. Well, if you want to, you can make a third base right now. Make some drones.
240. About 30 drones.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Overlord.
Inject. F1 inject.
F1. Selecting Higgs. Okay.
F2 inject.
Okay, I do it before F1.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. Make
Okay.
some drones.
Drones.
Okay, your overlord's good. Actually, you made your overlord too early. You need to make it on 31 supply. That's fine.
31. Okay.
Okay, just make.
Drones.
Yep.
At max.
You can make another queen at your natural.
Okay.
You could make 3 or 4 sets of lings if you want. F1 inject. F2 inject.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think maybe it's time for Roach. Oh no.
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 No. Rally
no.
your main back to your main.
Okay. Moment. Yeah.
Okay. take your gas at your main. Do your injects. There you go. Put your 2 Evo chambers down. Make a big round of drones. Then make 2 overlords.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Fill your gas in your natural. Take your 2 gases at your natural. I'm sorry. Now take 3 drones or 2 drones from your main and send them to your natural. We've got too many. And put down a roach ward. One of those use a roach ward. Okay. Start +1/+1 and two gases at your natural. And start your lair. Make 6 drones to send them to your natural. Okay, make 4 overlords. There you go. You can make a queen at your 3rd if you want.
Oh.
Fill your gases at your natural. You've got 22 there, that's perfect. Take
Okay,
3 from each one. There you go. There you go. Now you got 16. Now make overlords and roaches. Just roaches now because you've got lots of overlords. So you make lots of roaches. Yep, all rallied there. Start. Nope, you can't start that yet. Make 4 overlords. There you go. Start your roach speed.
F1.
F1 inject, F2 inject, F3 inject. Then make roaches.
Shift F3 inject.
You're doing good.
Mineral field depleted.
Just make nothing but roaches. Couple overlords.
Mutation.
Get your injects. Whoop. And now make a bunch of roaches. Rally your army over toward their natural and send your army over. Make sure all your army's going over there and get all your injects. Couple of overlords, doing good. Send all of your army over. Starting +2/+2. There you go. Now attack. Keep making army. Right now hit your injects. Right now. Right now you can go back and hit your injects. There you go. F1, F2, F3 inject. And then more army over there. 3 overlords. Attack. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Keep sending your army over. Make sure it's on. All your army has to go over there. It's in front of your natural. There you go. Some overlords. There you go. Couple overlords, injects, roaches. There you go. Doing good. Much better. Burl? What are you getting Burl for?
Don't know it.
That's good.
Okay. So yeah, I need to. F1, F2, F3 is easy to fix. Yeah, just the early order of overlords until the point of getting a hatcher update until the point of where I'm going, I need to clear everything and remember it, and
Yep.
the rest is
Yeah, and the main thing, what you want to think about is when you get like 11 or 12 drones at your natural, that's when you want to start taking your gases and rally your main back to your main. When you get like 12 drones at your natural, that's when you want to go back and start taking your gases.
okay.
And you put your
Yeah.
you put your evo chambers down.
Okay.
So then you
Yeah.
so you've got 16 on minerals on both bases. You got 4 gases saturated. Your +1 is started. Your lair and your roach speed starts, and then after that, it's nothing but 3 or 4 overlords, roaches. 2 or 3 overlords, roaches. You were still only supply block for 27 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Okay. This time we're gonna add in some hydras.
Okay. At which point? After.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
After you. Okay. So we're gonna make a few more drones, and I'll tell you when, but they're all gonna be rallied to your third base. When I tell you, we'll make like 8 extra drones. Is all.
Okay. You need constantly tell me marks and which thing I need to watch, because I'm always forget on which time as minute and how many drones I need to do stuff when.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, that you tell me when I see 20 drones on my natural to move my main to main rally point.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's helpful a lot.
Okay. Remember the one point where I told you to take your gases and then make 6 more drones and send them all to your natural? Remember at that point?
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
remember
Let
what I
me
do.
just explain something. No, but the reason we do that is because when your gases are done, you'll have 22 on minerals.
Mm.
That gives you the 6 and the 6 to put you back on 16 on minerals, and your gases are full.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we wanted the extra ones to go to your natural. So when your gases were complete, we already had the drones there to put them into gas.
Okay.
So you want those 22 there while your gases are building. Then you just transfer them from your minerals. And that was perfect.
Okay.
Whoops.
No.
I want to do that.
Oops.
Quit that one.
Quit. Let's see. Okay, no one writing on Twitch, but I have some people watching. Hi.
Is there? Hello.
Yeah. Maybe one more.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I need you to. There you go.
I have only one monitor, so.
Oh, you have one monitor?
Yeah.
I have 4.
Damn.
Well, I work out of my house and I use 4 monitors because I work in the stock market, so
Oh, yeah.
trade stocks like that. So I have
Nice.
to look at a bunch of charts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Keeps me busy. Jeffrey. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. One drone, then an overlord.
Yeah. I need to. shit, it's reversed.
I
Okay,
know.
okay, where is ramping? Okay,
There.
let's do this. Tutaj Ctrl 2. Drone. Ctrl 4 F1. Let's do F2 here. Drone.
Okay. Drones.
$17.
Yep. When you get to 200, head down.
Yeah, I have 200 at the
Yep.
moment, so yeah.
You miss a drone. Okay, just make like 2 drones. Okay, now take a gas.
Gas and
Go.
We require more minerals.
Drone.
drone.
We require
Now you're
more
spawning.
minerals.
Aha, okay, okay.
There you go. Now a drone.
Transferring.
Yep. Boop, boop. You got one going to your natural. There you go. Put that in gas. Or in gas. Okay. Overlord. Send that Overlord behind his third base. Next Overlord you make.
No, it's not.
There.
What?
Oh, you
Why?
answer. That's alright.
Damn it.
That's alright.
Interesting.
Rally your main to your main. Or to your natural. Sorry.
Yeah.
Main to your
okay.
natural. Make the Overlord.
Okay. Second, third. Okay.
2 queens.
Hmm.
Zergling speed. And 4 lings.
Okay.
Yep. Doing good. Oh, somehow we're getting an extra Overlord. We don't want those. That's an extra Overlord we don't want. It's too early. That's alright.
Okay, so
Just keep making drones.
drones until 30.
F1 inject, F2 inject.
F2.
Third base. Take a third base.
Okay. And now
You could make another queen at your natural if you want. Drones.
We require
an
more
overlord
minerals.
to have.
Yeah. You can hold off just a little bit. But
Yeah, I noticed that.
make a few more drones. Make like 3 drones. Oh, you got another Overlord. Okay, you're making Overlord touch really, but that's alright. Okay, so rally your main back to your main.
About okay.
So you
Yeah,
got 12 there.
12, yeah, 12
Yeah,
drones.
okay. And then take your gas there. Double inject. Okay, make your 2 Evo chambers by your lings.
We must place
Ooh, we got a Terran. That's alright.
No
Okay.
problem.
Fill your gas at your main and start your lair. Take your 2 gases at your natural. And then rally your main to your natural. And make a bunch of drones. Whole bunch of drones. There you go. Make about 3 overlords and a queen at your third. Put down or start +1/+1. You got your overlords coming. Okay. You need fill your gases at your third. Put down a roach warren. Send 6 drones to your natural. Hit your injects. Hit all your injects. Oh, okay. I didn't want you to transfer. I wanted you to make it. That's fine. Make a bunch of drones for your third base. Okay, you're good. Send everything. Oh, you gotta. Okay, now you gotta. Okay, we got a few extra drones at your natural. Take 4 of those
I
to your
forgot to
third.
make roach
Yep.
worm. No.
Oh, okay. That's alright. It's alright. Just make a whole bunch of.
Begay. Begay
Okay,
means run.
make a roach horn. Make a whole bunch of zerglings and put down a baning nest.
Okay.
Oop, I think you put down another Evo chamber.
What? No.
That's supposed to be a roach
Nah,
horn.
nest.
That's alright.
Okay, I have.
I think we can probably, we can just make a whole bunch of lings and take 6 of your workers from your natural and just take them over to your third.
Forces are under attack.
And then put your roach horn down.
What?
Now what are you putting down?
Mutation.
Another baning nest, okay. What happened?
Don't know.
Where are your drones going?
Uh.
You got drones going all over the place.
What? Why?
What are you doing? Is your third base hotkeyed? Make a whole bunch of drones there. Send them to your third base.
Okay, your guys go here.
Make a bunch of overlords.
Two
Yeah.
goes. Okay.
Did we ever make a roach warren?
No, still.
Hey, get some more upgrades. Get some
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
Take a third base. Take a fourth base.
For base.
Fourth and a fifth.
And
Do your gases
fifth.
at your natural. Make a whole bunch of drones for your third. That's plenty. Fill your gases. Make your gases at your third. Make a whole bunch of lings and banelings. Put down an infestation pit.
Where are my queens?
Oh,
Mineral
there you go.
depleted.
Make about 7 overlords.
Mutation.
Fill your gases at your. There you go. Fill your gases at your third.
Come on.
Lots of upgrades. Lots of lings. Lots to get baneling speed. Make lots of roaches. Lots of roaches. Keep hitting your injects wherever your queens are.
Mineral field. Not enough.
Make sure all your hatcheries are get the links or get roach speed, get baneling speed, get your extra melee upgrades for your lings, infestation pit. Send 4 drones over to your fourth from your third. You got too many there.
Yeah, I noticed that. What? Why I have a Zerlings?
That's 17's fine. Make sure everything's hotkeyed. Make a whole bunch of roaches.
One chilling. Dude. Ah. Okay.
Make a bunch of roaches.
F1, F1, F2,
Mutation
F3.
complete.
Bunch
Make
of
a queen at your
roaches,
fourth.
Maybe, okay.
There you
Queen
go.
at my 4.
Spawn more over.
Start your hive.
Hive was.
There you go.
Mineral
Fill your.
Okay.
Make a bunch of drones for your fourth. Make a whole bunch of roaches. Turn some of those into banelings. Send some of your drones from your main to your 5th.
Mineral field.
Make sure that's hotkey.
Metamorphosis complete.
It's not. I don't think that I have it as an option to hotkey my. Okay, it will be F1.
You can put it into 4, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean in your control group. I just meant your control group. Now just make a whole bunch of roaches, whole bunch of lings.
Spawn more overlords.
More
There, now.
overlords.
Now you're maxed out. Go over and kill them. Make a bunch of those lings into banelings.
I think I have some.
The hive cluster
Yep.
is
Oh no!
No, no,
Come back!
no, go back. Start +3, +3, +3. Get your adrenal glands out of your spawning pool. Go attack. Kill them.
Where are my queens?
not enough energy.
There's 2 of them at your 4th base.
Why?
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under
Hey, you were maxed out in 11.5 minutes.
Kaboom!
Look at that bank you got. Now you should be hitting injects while you do.
unacceptable. Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
Need to
Look at that
have a
army.
queen here. Okay, I messed up so many things, but yeah.
That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. It happens.
Not enough energy. Mineral
What? Why this queen is here? Okay.
Well, if nothing else, we were only supply blocked for 7 or 12 seconds.
What? I
But
think
you had 2,500 minerals on extra minerals that were average not spent.
I was
Kind of
just
hard to
max.
spend your minerals and gas though if you don't make it a roach warren, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
First you forgot it, and then when you went to do it, you made an Evo chamber. So
Yeah,
now we got
I think it
now we
was.
got 3 Evo chambers and no roach warren.
By the way, I do a range update with, but I think at yeah, I had a roaches, but at the beginning I didn't have any kind of French units. But okay, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. I think I wanna save my previous replay. Okay, and
Yeah, that one you might want to delete.
yeah.
I don't think you're gonna learn a lot from it.
Sometimes I mess some buttons and
Yeah, but I mean, this is all new stuff, so you know, I mean, the other ones we did were really good, and that one just missed the roach warren.
okay,
Once-
let's do one more, and I think I will be finished with this for tonight.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Because yeah, it start to get hard
Yeah.
on my head.
Yep. You get probably awful tired. It's late where you are.
No, I like to stay up to sunrise.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, currently it's not a problem.
Okay. Good. Okay, so this time we need to watch where we're sending our drones so that we don't get them going from the 3rd to the main and the main to the 3rd. So, okay, let's see if I can explain it a little bit. And this time I'll put you against it. That may have messed things too for you. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. This shit. This shit.
We require more minerals.
Fuck you.
Make your overlord if you didn't.
We require
Yeah.
more minerals.
Okay. If we have a drone more.
That's fine.
Spawn more overlords. Spawn more.
There you go. There you go. And then when you get 200, go to your natural.
I didn't send my overlord to the right place.
That's alright.
We
More
require
important to do your drones and your spawning pool and your gas.
We require more
The
minerals.
drone. You can do one more. Yep. One more drone now. There you go. And when you get 200,
We require more
Aha.
minerals.
make your spawning pool.
That's a new.
We require more minerals.
Spawning pool.
Require more minerals.
2 more drones.
We require more minerals. We
Fill your
require
gases.
more minerals.
Drone.
Until.
And then
it's
one overlord. Only one overlord. Send that one behind his third base. Now rally your main to your natural.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your camera location set up.
Done.
Okay. 4 lings, 2 queens, and zergling speed.
We require more minerals.
Okay. Now droning.
We require
Yep.
more
When you get to
minerals.
31, you make an overlord.
We require more
And
minerals.
before that, I make a third base.
Drone. No. No, you want to make your overlord first.
Okay, 30. 31. Overlord.
Then when you get 200, grab one for your natural and take a third. Injects. F1 inject, F2 inject. Now take a third from your going at your natural.
And more drones.
Yep. You still got an extra overlord in the. How we're getting that. Okay. More drones. Then you can make another queen at your natural.
Camera F3.
One overlord.
Metamorphosis complete.
Drones. Okay. Now rally your. After the drones pop, your main, take your gas in your main and your gas in your 2 gases at your natural. Put your 2 evo chambers down. Okay. Put your 2 evo chambers. Do your injects. F1 inject, F2 inject. Fill your gases in your main. Make some drones. Start your lair. Fill your gases in your main. Start +1/+1. Make you got your queen there, okay. F1, F2 injects. Put your roach warren down.
Drones, okay.
Now you need 3 drones to go to your natural. Is all.
3 drones to go to my natural.
Yep. And make a bunch of overlords, like 4 overlords. Now all your bases are going to be rallied to your 3rd.
Okay.
Okay, make your overlords, yep. Inject all 3, F1, F2, F3, injects. Start roach speed. Make a bunch of roaches. There you go. Then make 4 overlords when you can. Put down a hydra den. And make a bunch of drones. Put your hydra den down.
Yeah.
Okay. Going up your 3rd base. You need to make about 3 overlords. Take 1 gas at your 3rd base.
Mutation complete.
Make a bunch of drones to your 3rd. Start +2/+2. Yep. Good. Get your hydra, one of your hydra upgrades.
Not enough energy.
Fill your gas at your 3rd.
Not enough
Make a
energy.
bunch of hydras and roaches. Make a bunch of hydras.
Synthesis complete. We
There you go.
require more minerals.
Now you're gonna make overlords and hydras. Overlords and roaches. Overlords and hydras. And roach.
We require
You
more
go.
minerals.
Send a few more drones to your 3rd if you want, or you can transfer a few. Nope, you're good. There you go. Bunch of roaches, bunch of hydras. There you go. Make 3 or 4 more drones for your 3rd.
Minerals. We require more
There you go.
minerals.
Bunch of roaches, bunch of hydras. 3 more overlords.
Require more.
You're getting attacked. You're getting attacked. Oh no.
No.
Hit your injects. Pull your army back. Injects. Roaches, overlords. Get your other hydra. There you go. Good.
Where is my queen?
Put 2 back in gases on your 3rd.
More overlord. We require more minerals.
Only got 1 in gas. Your 3rd base.
Yeah, I saw it.
There you go. Okay. Overlords. There you go. Make 4 more overlords. Got it.
I'm doing
Yep.
some
Yep.
at the moment.
Yep. Doing good.
We require. We require.
Now make roaches and about 3 more overlords.
Mineral field depleted.
Get your injects. Get all your injects and move across the map.
Not enough energy.
Move across the map. Make army and send it across the map.
Mineral field.
Injects an army.
depleted.
Make a bunch of roaches.
Not enough energy.
As many as you can.
We require.
There you go.
Metamorphosis complete.
You just maxed out at 922 with 2/2 army.
Damn.
At 922 with a +2/+2 roach hydra. While you're doing that, hit your injects and take a 3rd base.
Not enough
Or
energy.
4th base, I'm sorry. F1, F2, F3, fourth base. Then go back to your army and attack some more. There you go. Good. While that's attacking, that's good. Really good. Injects look great. Fantastic.
Not enough energy. Our forces are under attack.
Not bad for 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. About 70 units.
142 army supply.
Wow.
That's the build you wanna use.
Hmm.
You can start with the roach build. You might want to make a few lings a little bit, earlier in the game just for defense. Make an extra 6 or 8 lings, after you take your third base just to be safe. But that's basically the build, the two builds you want to use against Zerg.
Okay. I'll watch them maybe tomorrow and I'll do some games over them if I forgot something.
So you were only supply capped for 40 seconds, which is really good. You made 70 workers and you only had 800 extra minerals and gas.
What? But
That is really good.
that's why, because I attack him and I kill him at 10-minute mark about. If
Yeah. Well, once you hit 9.5 minutes and you're maxed out, you have extra minerals and gas, and it's going to show a little bit extra. But there was a couple of times when I said make a bunch of roaches, you were down to 50 minerals on 3 bases. But that's really key to make sure you hit those injects and spend all that money.
Yeah, injects. I think that this game injects were great.
That was much better, that game.
Hmm.
That was much better.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I'll be here. I'll try to watch JSL versus the World, which is about after one moment. Let's see what site will tell us.
I don't know why I was thinking that was tomorrow.
Maybe I'm in mistake. Maybe I'm wrong.
Because Scarlett was streaming the other day, and I thought she 6 a.m. on Friday, my time.
Ah. Okay, esports.
Yeah, we probably want to double check that. I don't want to stay up for 5 or 6 hours. Shit.
Okay, why win after 4 hours and 36 minutes? And
It starts in 4 hours?
August 2nd to the August 5th. I'll send you a site. Yeah, it starts about 4 hours my time, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe they're not doing the whole. Are they doing all the games today from round of 16?
Maybe. I think.
Okay, I'll check that.
Can you tell me how many hours until Wi-Fi is writing to you at the
Before
top
what?
right? Live in countdown timer. What?
Oh yeah, 4 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah, so it's international and.
Yep. So that'll be 12:30, about 1 in the morning my time. That's not bad. I stay up till 4 or 5 a lot of times, 4 or 5 in the morning. So, but like I say, I work at home. So if I don't want to work tomorrow, I just don't work. I can sleep if I want to.
Which is nice.
Yes, it is.
You can click over the countdown timer and you'll see what event is counting down. You'll
okay.
redirect you to the page.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, so
Sounds
I will
good.
be here at the Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I'll jump out. Let me why
Yeah.
don't I do? Hold on one sec. Let's see.
I'll maybe try some custom games.
There you go.
Hey.
Wow.
Okay. Give me a right to make a map. I'll make one map
Hold on
for
one
you
sec.
to play.
There's a link for you.
For?
That's my coaching channel.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
So then, if I post something in there, you want to send me a message, you can do it right in my channel too.
Okay. Nice.
So what did you want to do?
Give me a right to make a map.
Okay.
I think this. Did you play this map? Do you know it?
What is it?
It's a kind of training map
Oh,
that
I've seen a lot of them.
that you need to do kind of different things at the same time and you'll get the points.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of this stuff. I don't play a lot of arcade. I'll use the Legacy of the Void unit test map so I can practice my micro and stuff like that. But I don't even think I've played a game in about 2 or 3 months. Oh, I'm not playing.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't play hardly at all anymore. And if I do, it's just messing around.
You can watch me because
Okay.
it's kind of you need to. It's kind of macro map that you train your macro because you are moving army, building some supply depots because it's Terran race and
Right.
some shitty reason.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm gonna take a break.
Okay.
And then come back and watch the GSL a little while.
Okay.
All right. So we will talk to you soon.
Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Take care. We'll see you in a little while.
Yeah.
Press the ready button when you wish to begin.
Bad news.
Gotta sit rep.
Go ahead. Start.
Channel secure. On it.
Can't hold them alone.
Commencing operations. Orders received.
Ah! You scared me! I'm going. Yo! We could use some help here.
Roger.
No.
Affirmative. Agent in motion.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
SCV ready. In the rear with the...
Data sit rep. Executing. On it.
Go, go, go! SCV ready.
Standing by. Understood. Channel secure.
Ready.
Not enough energy.
Repeat last transmission. Orders received. Commencing operations. Like a ghost in the fog.
Not enough energy.
Copy that.
This better be good.
No, my army. Yeah, okay.
Press the ready button when you wish to begin.
In the rear with the gear.
Don't know.
Start.
Repeat last transmission. Executing.
Big job, huh?
Standing. Gotta sit rep. Out with it. Go. Affirmative. Shutting it down. Copy that. Channel
This better
secure.
be good. SCV ready. It's go time.
Roger. On the move. Understood. Orders received.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Ready to roll out.
Commencing operations.
SCV ready.
Agent in motion. On it.
Who wants some? Let's have a blast. SCV ready. I can't build here.
Executing. Commencing operations.
Ready for
Understood.
dust off.
On it.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Standing by. Copy that.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Affirmative. Executing.
Gangway. Coming through.
Repeat last transmission.
Ready for dust off.
Go. Roger. Out with it. Orders received. Standing by.
This better be good.
Affirmative.
Armed and ready. Let's have a blast.
Copy that.
SCV ready.
Gotta sit rep. On it.
Not enough energy.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Commencing operations. Agents in motion. Channel secure.
Ben, I can't build here.
Executing.
I can't build here. Who wants some?
Ready for dust off.
Ready to roll out.
Like a ghost in the fog.
Gangway. Coming through.
Roger.
Not enough energy.
This better be good.
Go. Understood. Affirmative.
Upgrade complete.
Commencing operations. Copy that. On it.
Fuck.
Agents in motion.
Who wants some? Finish.
Decent. Окей, мисля, че това ще е за днеска. Малко ще погледам някакви неща и ще започне GSL vs The World, където ще го гледам. Чао, чао и лека на всички.